What is up, YouTube? My name is Calpie, and I am today bringing you episode 2 of Free For All with Every Gun. Today, I'm doing it in Black Ops, and it is the M16 with a red dot and silencer. I am also using the perks of Flak Jacket, Warlord, and Ninja. I'm using motion sensor, concussion grenades, frag grenade, and then I am using the kill streaks of Spy Plane, Blackbird, and Attack Dogs. I only get my Blackbird, but I still win. I go 30-7. Pretty decent. You guys should enjoy the gameplay. I think it's kind of different. I figure out a new spawn trap and I use it to my advantage. So please enjoy the gameplay.
Hostile RCXD spotted in your area.
So now that I'm back, I would like to tell you guys a story of my life. So my parents are split. My dad lives in one state, my mom lives in the other. I live with my mom. Let's just say I live on the coast, California. And my dad lives inland of the
Spy plane ready for deployment.
And so I go there, I visit. I used to live there for like 11 years, and I honestly know everyone in my dad's area. I still have friends there that come over here and I hang out with. My best friend, D, Swizz, or whatever, just left. And I'm making a commentary today about a story that we went through. So it was around November of this year, and I was on Thanksgiving break, and it was the Friday after Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving was on Thursday, I'm pretty sure, and it was Friday, and this girl, she's not the prettiest girl in the world, but she liked me, and she decided to throw a party, and she threw it at her grandma's house, and luckily, her grandma was out of town in Las Vegas. So while her grandma was gone, we decided to party it up and have fun. So there were about 50 kids in this empty house with a bunch of like open like alcohol and stuff already, and everything is just going nuts. I mean, no one has a clue. I'm pretty sure the grandma didn't even know she was in town, and honestly, it was the dumbest idea I have ever been a part of. I didn't even, like,
Hostiles jamming our radar.
It was crazy. So, this is how it starts. So,
we
first all, retaliate, or group up at my friend's house. We walk from his house all the way to the party, which is about, I don't know, like 2 or 3 blocks, and it's like if you were to sprint it, you'd get like really winded, and that's what plays out later in the story. And
SR-71 ready for
so
launch.
we walk to the house, and it's just like 10 dudes, and 4 of us are ending up sleeping over at the place where we grouped up at, and that's me, my best friend, another kid that I've known since pre-K, and then the kid whose house it was, and so we walked, and we got there, and it was pretty boring. Like, we were just sitting around. I mean, they ordered pizza from, like, Little Caesars, hot and ready already, and it was cold, so we just had to microwave it. We just sat around, and then some high schoolers showed up, and it got kind of fun. But then one girl got the idea of drinking alcohol, and honestly, my dad's a firefighter, and I would never do anything stupid like that, so I decided not to, because honestly it wasn't worth it, because it was Tecate or whatever, the beer, and it's disgusting. I've taken a sip of my dad's before, and it's just gross. And if you think that's weird that I took a sip of my dad's beer, then grow up in America and learn what it's like. No offense to anyone from out of the country watching this. I'm just saying, I mean, I know in like Holland and like Germany and stuff you can drink when you're like 12, but I know, they're lucky. But, so anyways, back to the story. So we get there, high school show up, they want to play like Flip Cup or something, so they're like getting all set up, they play, and then all of a sudden, a parent shows up in front of the house. Like, just a car pulls up, and we were so lucky that they thought that grandma was home. Everyone just got like all quiet, and they knocked on the door. The one girl whose grandma's house it was answered, and she said her grandma was sleeping. I can't believe she got away with that. And yeah, so more people came over, and unfortunately, this one girl, her boyfriend, they freaking just went in this room, and we don't know what they did, but they took like 3 hours. I'm pretty sure they were just taking pictures and uploading it to Facebook, like on someone else's account, because I know that like 10 people got logged in, and so that happened. That was really uncool. And so about an hour later, some kids bring some strobe lights. Like more kids show up, and it's like about 50 kids now. And these kids bring strobe lights and lighters and like firecrackers and stuff. So we let it off in the backyard. It was pretty fun. And then we did this like cardboard box thing, and it's around like 7 now. Like the party started at like 6, and like they would just like, okay, so you get in this cardboard box, and it's the most sketchy thing I've ever seen. Then you lay down in it, and like for some reason they'd pick you up and like roll you around. Like it wasn't even fun. Like it was just the dumbest idea, and like they were just throwing it everywhere, and kids were getting hurt. And so we decided to kick whoever like hurt someone out. So they left, and they like were bitching and complaining before they left, and so then they left. And then so about an hour later, this one girl, she just starts taking shots, and she's only like, she's underage, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, so they just start taking shots, and like everyone starts, like a few girls start grinding, and then about 10 minutes later everyone's doing it, and the strobe lights are going off, and I don't know, I mean, it was all just like fun from there. But then when it got late and it was time to go home, it was around like 10:30, 11, and like we're teenagers, we're under 15, so like, well, the middle school, I was in middle school at the time, but now I'm in high school.
Friendly spy plane inbound.
So we went home, and then we decided to come back around 11, just ditch, because they didn't know what we were doing. And then, so we stayed until like 1, then we went home again, and we were just chilling, and then they called, and then the girls that hosted the party called and said they need help. So we go back, we say hello, we give our hugs again, and this one girl that hugs me, she tackles me. I'm literally just walking in the house, and like out of nowhere, like a freaking linebacker in the NFL just comes out and just like tackles me, and then starts grinding me on the ground. He's like all drunk as hell, and I'm just sitting there like, what the hell is going on? What, you should not be doing this. So get off me. So then she does that, and then another girl comes out, super drunk. She has hiccups, and it's just really funny, because like I kind of helped her out. Like she had hiccups like really bad, so I just got her like Sprite or whatever and like water to help her out, because I knew that like no one else was gonna help her. I was just like sitting next to her helping her and stuff. And then all of a sudden you just see a mom pull up, and it's like, what the hell just happened? So we like try and clean everything up really quickly. Me and my friends go in the backyard. We're just sitting there like, holy shit, what's about to happen? And it turns out the mom just realized that the girl left her phone at home. But while the girl left her phone at home, her mom was creeping. She was creeping. And she like saw the Facebook pictures, and she was wondering who took them. And the girl that was taking pictures with her boyfriend tagged everybody in them. Like, everyone at the party. She tagged us all. Like, at the party. And, like, most of us are friends with our parents on Facebook. So we were all tagged, and, like, instantly we told them to take it down and shit. So they did. But then we have to sprint our asses back home so that, like, this one kid's computer doesn't go off. We sprint our asses back home. And while we're jaywalking across the street, we see a cop car. So we sprint across the street, wait for the cop car to go by. Then all of a sudden it flashes its lights, and it just